Hey everybody, welcome back to In Bed with a Millennial. I'm the Millennial Javeda Bay, and this is my bed, and it's October. Which, if you've been around for a minute, you know what that means. If you're new, that means it's Kinktober, which is a month about all things kink and BDSM, and a month that I thoroughly enjoy, like love. So if that doesn't tell you, we're talking about all things kink and BDSM this month because it's Kinktober, and that's how I love to celebrate, combining kinkiness with education. So today I really want to bare bones it, lay down the foundation before we dive deep this month. So I will be talking about what is kink, BDSM, and fetishes, because you're going to see those words a lot. So let's get into it. Okay, Jave, it's Kinktober. What does that mean? Well, it means that you were going to see a lot of content from a lot of different people about all things kink and BDSM. But you might be wondering, what exactly is kink, BDSM, fetishes? Like, what is it? Because I'm still confused, and rightfully so. People throw out a lot of words and you're kind of like, what's happening? I'm going to break it down. Firstly, kink, which is the start of Kinktober, what people attach it to, is any sexual activity or proclivity that is not considered normal. And that means kink is very subjective, because for some people, not normal is anything that's not missionary. For other people, anything that's more than just anal play is kinky. So it can mean a lot of different things. But generally, when you're thinking about what is kinky, what counts as a kink, if it's something that kind of has a negative stigma connotation, or people are like, ew, why would you do that attached to it? It's probably a kink. And that's in the general sense. Obviously, if you go and talk to a highly religious part of culture, they may say, oh, that's gross to something, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a kink. So you have to use the correct lens when attaching it, but things that are not generally accepted vanilla sex are considered kink. And with that, there are a lot of different activities that are actually physical activities, mental, emotional things, power dynamics, a lot of different things that fall under the umbrella of kink. And then even under that umbrella fall into different types of things like fetishes or BDSM type activities. So what's a fetish? A fetish is a sexual interest that is needed for full sexual gratification. Meaning, if you don't have that thing, you're never fully sexually satisfied. It didn't really hit like it was supposed to. Some good examples are folks that have feet fetishes, meaning that if y'all are doing some sexual activity, feet are more than likely going to be involved, because that's what does it for them. That's the thing that's good every time. And so fetishes look different depending on people's interest and level of engagement with these activities, and whether they're no, I got to have it, or they're oh yeah, I like engaging in it occasionally, and back and forth. So fetishes are a more intense way of looking at kinks, in the sense of oh man, they're about that life. They don't play. And they also are usually attached to some type of item or body part. So you have a latex fetish. So people who love wearing latex. What are some other fetishes that are really good? I'm blanking, but if I'm gonna be talking about it all month long, so you'll learn more. But they're usually attached to types of items, specifically clothing items, and body parts, most generally. And then you have activities that fall under the BDSM category, or the umbrella of BDSM under kink. And so BDSM stands for bondage and discipline, dominance and submission, and sadism and masochism. So it's 3 different things all under one 4-letter acronym. And for some people, it can be a little hard to wrap your head around, but I promise all this month, I'm gonna make it so easy. So when people are using BDSM, they can be talking about a lot of different things. They could be talking about bondage and discipline, so actually using restraints and cuffs and rope to tie somebody up. Or they could be talking about dominance and submission, so power dynamic relationships like a dom and a sub, and things of that nature. Or they could be talking about pain in the sense of sadism and masochism. So it can look very different. It can look like all of that. It can look like just some of that. BDSM is a very, very, very varied type of activity. It is not one size fits all. People engage in BDSM in a lot of ways. Some people do it without power dynamics at all. Some people do it only with bodily activities. Other people are like really like cerebral about it. So many different ways that you can engage in BDSM that are not usually what we generally see in like main media. For example, BDSM is much more than what freaking 50 Shades of Grey showed us. 50 Shades of Grey is not BDSM. It's not healthy, consensual BDSM. That whole thing starts off on just bad, but I'll get into that later. But yeah, so BDSM is a lot, and I don't have enough time in just one video to fully immerse you into it. But don't worry, this month I will. So we're gonna learn about kinks, about fetishes, about BDSM together, and we're gonna have a great time. And you're gonna walk away from this month, and you're like, you know what? I, one, am a little kinky. Two, I feel so much more confident actually engaging in kinky or like BDSM or fetish type activities because Javay, you explained it so well for me. Thank you. You're welcome. That's what this month is about. To educate people, encourage people if they're curious to learn more, to engage in the activities, but also to help normalize it because kink is okay. Kink is great. Kink is amazing. But it is still highly stigmatized in our society. And so many people have had to face negative repercussions because they engage in kink and BDSM, and fetishes and things of that nature. And that's not okay because what people do behind closed doors in their own grown life is their own business. So if you're like, yo, Javay, I want to learn more, you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel, my dudes, because I'm going to have so much happening here. And you also are going to want to follow me on social media platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz, because I post different content on all those different platforms. And you're going to want the goods. So don't miss out. But yeah. Definitely make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Definitely make sure you follow me on social media. And you most definitely want to subscribe to my email newsletter because everybody that subscribes to that finds out all the good things first. Also, in case something were to happen with me talking about kink and BDSM and fetishes all month long and I get booted from social media platforms, that's where I'll be. There and on my website. So bookmark my website. But yeah, until next time, I'm going to see you later. Happy Kinktober. Deuces.